Good afternoon, Facebook land. This is Tina Jones. I'm the host and producer of the Empower You Expo, which for this year in 2020 will be virtual and live in a Facebook group and on YouTube. And I'm here today with Jeff Olson. How are you, Jeff?
I'm doing so good, Tina. It's good to be with you.
So thank you for presenting. You have like an amazing story. So the title of your talk is Finding Joy After Tragic Loss. So tell me a little bit about what your presentation, because you're going to have a co-host with you. You're going to have Dr. Jeff O'Driscoll with you also, right?
Yes, I am. Dr. Jeff and I will be presenting together. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jeffrey Olson. I go by Jeff. And the confusing thing is Dr. Jeff O'Driscoll, my sidekick, also goes by Jeff. So to make it more simple, I'll go by Jeff. You can call him Dr. Jeff. But yeah, my story is one that is now 2 decades old, actually. I was in a horrible automobile accident, and it has been, gosh, 22 years now.
Wow.
So, it's been a while. And I didn't talk about the accident for a few reasons. Half my family was killed instantly in the accident. My wife and youngest son were both killed. Were pronounced dead on the scene. My oldest son, who was only 7 at the time, and I survived the accident. I had what they call a profound near-death experience or out-of-body experience. I suppose the accident killed me too. I left my body, I peeked into other realms, and it gave me a whole different perspective, not only on death, but on life. And Dr. Jeff and I will be talking about that. The reason Dr. Jeff is joining us, he was my level 1 trauma ER physician. When they had to extricate me from the car, they life flighted me into Salt Lake City, and he was the attending level 1 trauma doc that day. And he had an incredible experience as where I was having this near death or out of body experience and was literally saying goodbye to my wife who had died at the scene. She was with me in spirit, literally sending me back, saying, "You've got to go back. You've got to go raise our son." While I'm having that experience, Dr. Jeff and one of the nurses in the level 1 trauma ER room experienced my wife's spirit. They saw her, and she communicated with them about, about me living and my survival, and simply shared her gratitude for what they were doing and going to do to save my life. There's a whole lot more to the story, but we'll be talking about that Saturday night at the conference. And I can't wait for you to meet Dr. Jeff. He's an incredible guy who has 25 years as a level 1 trauma physician. And he has seen a lot of things and has experienced very spiritual things in the ER as well.
I'm super excited to meet Dr. Jeff. I have not met him yet. I know I met you, I don't know, 3 years ago, probably at a drum circle that you were presenting. So thank you for presenting for this conference, which now is virtual, which we can, so we'll be broadcasting live inside of a Facebook group and broadcasting live on YouTube. So you can catch us there. And of course, everything will be recorded. So people can access the recordings afterwards, but you'll probably want to be there live and ask Jeff and Dr. Jeff some questions. So you'll be presenting this Saturday, May 2nd at 6 o'clock. And we're just going to let you guys go for the evening, however long you're going to go. And we'll finish out the day with you and Dr. Jeff.
Yeah, we might shut the place down, Tina, if you let us go as long as it takes. But we are very open. We're very happy to answer questions, and quite honestly, you can ask any questions. I'm happy to address them. I know Dr. Jeff is happy to address them, and we'll certainly give you a response. We may not have your answers, but we've become friends over the last 20 years and have presented together on many occasions, to everything from medical groups to spiritual groups to healer groups to shamanic groups, whoever is interested in listening. I think what makes this such an interesting story is, my experience, and I'm just gonna put my book up there if you don't mind. Can you see that?
Sure.
Okay?
Yes.
I'm the author of Knowing, So if you would like to read the whole long story, this is really a personal memoir, which outlines not only the accident and near-death experience, but the aftermath. You know, the door never really closed after all of that happened. And I've got two guardian angels in my wife who passed and my little son that passed that have watched after me and been with me in such powerful ways. And life has moved on in incredible ways. There's miracles always. And we'll be talking about that. And one of the miracles is Dr. Jeff, because he became a good friend. It was amazing that as a clinician, as a physician, that he would seek me out as a stranger. He didn't know me from Adam, but he felt very inspired and was actually quite motivated by the nurse who also saw what was going on in the trauma room to reach out to me and to tell me what happened. And they did so while I was still in the hospital. I was in the hospital for almost 6 months. I had 18 surgeries before they really put me back together. And it was quite a process. In the accident, both my legs were crushed. My left leg was amputated above the knee. My back was broken. My rib cage was crushed. My lungs were collapsed. My right arm was nearly torn off. And the seatbelt had cut through and ruptured all my intestines. So there was 18 surgeries to patch me up and put me back together. But somewhere in that chaos, Dr. Jeff felt impressed to come and share with me what had happened. And for me to have a doctor come and say, hey, we had an incredible experience. Not that I needed the validation, but it certainly validated, wow, what I experienced in this crazy out of body goodbye was certainly very real and worth talking about. And Dr. Jeff provided a place where I could have that conversation. You know, I thought, he's a doctor. If I'm crazy, he'll put me in the psych ward and get me the treatment I deserve. But he was very kind to listen. And it just became a friendship, which might be the biggest story of how two strangers, a patient and doctor, literally became friends. But we'll touch on things Saturday night that'll assist people in everyday life to connect with spirit, to connect in their relationships, and to really connect with themselves and find their own answers deep within.
Yes. So you guys travel all around the world and speak. And now that we're in, quarantine, you're home more, doing more of these videos. But we're super fortunate that you live here in Utah and that you said yes to coming to present at the Empower You Expo. So we're super fortunate to hear from you because you've got like back-to-back appointments all weekend, right?
I do. In fact, we were meant to be on a UK tour right now, including the north of Ireland. So we were going to be in London and Ireland, and then, well, actually, I guess by now we would have been in South Carolina and down in the southeastern part of the United States. But yeah, it's been incredible and amazing how the world has reached out and has such interest in this. And we're honored to be with you Saturday. I can't wait to be here in my home state. Dr. Jeff is from Salt Lake City, and to just be with like-minded people that really want to grow and learn and ask questions, and it's going to be fun. I've been looking forward to this for some time.
Cool. So yeah, we will be live on YouTube and live in the Facebook group, so you guys can chat in there. And if we don't get all of your questions answered or everybody connected during that time, there'll be ways for us to connect with you afterwards. I'm sure that you will have a way for them an email sign up form or something for them to connect with you as well.
Yeah, there will be. In fact, I'll put my email up on the screen really quickly.
Cool.
The email's at the bottom, but
Okay.
It's jeffreycolson@gmail.com. That's a good way to find me. I'm on all social media. You know, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. You can find me on Twitter, and it's always or usually under my full name, Jefffery, middle initial C, Olson, Olsen. And that's my personal platform. Awaken to Oneness. Something I experienced out of body was literally the connection we have to each other. And it's incredible because here we are in COVID-19, quarantine,
Right.
And yet the separation seems to, allow us to more greatly appreciate our connection, even though it's, we're on a Zoom call, but it's like, gosh, we're together, and I can feel that. And it's a beautiful way to connect.
Yes, it has. I've been on all kinds of Zoom calls, of course, as we're promoting this expo, and but it's still not quite the same as being in person. So I look forward to when we can be in person again for next year or for next month. But so be sure to go check out the website, empoweruexpo.com. You will find links there for how to join us live and to sign up to get the videos later if you somehow miss us. You can also, if you're on Facebook, go to the group called Empower You Expo 2020 virtual group. And we will be live in there, and I'll post links for YouTube and stuff, but you can always find the YouTube links on the empoweruexpo.com, and that's all spelled out one word. So I will post the link below since we're on Facebook right now, and we will see you over in the group. Thank you, Jeff, very much.
Thank you. Thank you. So good to be with you.
Okay, you have a good day.